Hey guys, what I'm going to show you is just a little quick continuation setup. It takes about an hour to play out, and we're trading it on the 1 minute chart. Um, this is like a crazy edge, which you can learn, just from a couple of easy PA steps, right? And you got a really nice R. So, yeah, I'm just going to click play here. Just so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what happens with the move. Obviously, I have marked this out, right? So, what you kind of can see is that you get a formation here after a breakout. So there was a bottom, and you kind of get this breakout, right? And the top of the bottom is tested here, right? It's a really difficult decision to take along there, but I mean with the tight stop, the loss isn't crazy, and 9 out of 10 times after a bottom you get a continuation, right? So that can be your first kind of trade. The second trade that gets set up is a short. So you see price will start consolidating. So here you got the retest, right? And you could buy this one as well because it's kind of like the first move out of consolidation. Here you could buy the retest again, right? These moves are really small, but I mean they're decent R, right? And each time price just kind of comes in and retests it. It's not huge though, right? I'm just gonna quickly pause here and just speed this up because I'm gonna redraw everything for you guys in a lot easier way. Alright, so now price comes in after it tops. Now obviously the easiest short, because you're into high time frame resistance here, the easiest short would basically be once it breaks through and it kind of gets rejected at the top, right? So it gets rejected at the top as it tries to test this cluster that it formed, and then it breaks down. Obviously you would be targeting any of these stops down here, right? It's also really difficult to take this trade, but I mean if you do get in like on the breakdown of this, maybe it might be better. Sometimes this is also okay, and then some of the craziest things that you can do is obviously you can play around with these clusters and really zoom in to get crazy entries, right? So basically you form this structure, price breaks through the structure, retests, and you've already had a lower high, a lower high, a lower high. Price comes down, retests, and you're basically targeting the bottom over here. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty doable because then you have a clear stop, right? If it passes through there, you're definitely gonna have some continuation. Yeah, so let's just quickly see the rest of this. I don't like trading these ones in the middle of the range because often you get chopped up, but I do like trading the ones that happen at the edge, right? And there you go, the target's hit. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly do like a top down so that you guys can see exactly how I got this, right? Cool. So delete all of this. Okay, so here you've got clearly you got like a base or like a structure that's formed over here, and that would have been the perfect short. So what I'd like to do is I kind of figure it out. That's the retest to this structure, and I pull it across. Okay, so this is all in the 1 minute. What's easiest to do is obviously just to go to higher time frame, and then figure out, like, you know, why would this be resistance. So basically here you tested the highs, you came down, you took out those highs, and then you broke back down, so you got an SR level. And I like just drawing out the SR level like that. Cool. So now obviously we were trading like on a micro time frame, but what you need to be aware of is that, like, if you are getting bullish on this, because you've got a high, and this seems to be forming a low, so you got to be kind of bullish, right? So you would definitely take this type of setup. So first of all, I'm going to mark out the first SR level, and that, like, kind of becomes my base where I work off of. Cool. I then go mark out the top. Cool. And that's pretty much how the top formed there. I then go down to like a 15 minute, and I mean, like, you could definitely be targeting these highs if you're trading on a 15 minute. It's pretty much the exact same thing. So here's the first cluster, breaks out, retest the cluster and pumps, right? You've got a cluster just before it broke down, right? So you've got this one over here. Okay. Now if you're taking a look at this, overall you wouldn't want to be short, right? So taking a short over here, something like this, not really something that you want to do, because you're going against the trend overall. Okay. Basically what we're going to do now is that we have now, like, flipped this level, right? So the trade that we want to take is this consolidation level here, right, which is our first little consolidation. We just retested this consolidation, bounce looks good. We definitely, you know, looking for longs, and it can be one of two things, right? It can be you know, that it can, which I mean is the trade setup that we kind of are wanting to take, because basically what happened is price has flipped, right? So any retest to this, you would definitely want to buy. Otherwise you could have sniped, like, you know, that, which is also a pretty good trade. But basically, yeah, I'm just kind of showing you how the boxes work. So we're gonna get back down onto the 1 minute. Okay. What's cool is that you probably have marked all of the levels out, and you can see pretty much how I'm zooming, like, really crazily in. So yeah, let's get to it. So this was the price that we flipped the first time, right? So from the bottom, created a small little cluster, retested the cluster, and you could have taken that one. On the 1 minute, it moves really fast, but what's nice is you can really get some good action here. So basically we are still bulls, provided that price kind of, you know, when it comes back down, doesn't break through our cluster over here, right? And this was the cluster that we did have marked out. Cool. So basically, you can do it like that. Basically, all you're gonna do is you're gonna long each time price comes into here. But remember, you're scalping on a 1 minute, so I mean you're looking for nice aura moves, but you are going to be taking profit quickly. When it does come down into a level that you feel, it's just kind of bottomed out here. It's retested that consolidation and punt, and you kind of feeling that you want to take out the highs, then this is like a great move, right? It definitely looks like we will be taking out these highs. All right. Like provided that we break out of here. But once you end this trade, the really cool thing about it is that it's pretty easy to just keep maximizing, and you're getting in like really good R areas where your risk is predetermined. So yeah, what happened here was this was the original consolidation after the breakout, and this is the retest, right? Sometimes it just bounces from there, right? Sometimes it's super bullish, but what's nice is that when it does come in, it kind of sets up a new range, right? So the first thing that you notice is this one, and you could have taken the retest, to there quite easily. It doesn't always work exactly the same way. That's why, like, if you really want to get it super accurate, is that you can kind of just make that your cluster. There we go. And basically, once it broke out, you're just going to buy the retest. Okay. This one is really quick. A better one for me would be, here's the cluster over here. So once price breaks out, you can buy over here. There are a couple of other seriously tight clusters. So like I said, there was that one, which was quite an easy buy. And then there was this down movement here, which was also quite an obvious play, right? So you saying, this is the cluster that you're in. Price moves into the cluster, has equal lows with the move before, like it doesn't break through. Sometimes it can, as long as it bounces straight back into the range. Just like to maybe stop those guys out. And basically once it breaks out, yeah, you buy there, or you buy that one over there. So that's like two entries you could have got in. And then, like I said, because you're scalping and you're not 100% sure of what's going to be happening, you kind of aiming for these highs, right? So the minute that you take out these highs, you're good to go. You can also take, a little bit off your trade, and then just like let the rest go, which is pretty cool, because if you did get like one of these entries, you even got a better entry, right? And that opens up a whole bunch of opportunities for you to add to your position and that type of thing. But anyway, yeah, like, I mean, it works on every single time frame. Like I said, here we can go down to like the 15-minute, works really nicely. 1 minute obviously is a little bit more advanced. The 15-minute is a little bit easier for you to manage, and you get a much better sense about market structure and where you are, right? So we are at resistance here, like on the 15-minute, but if you do take a look at like the 4 hour, for instance, yeah, I mean, we basically have just we've come down, we've retested this this area, and we're good to go for continuation. And it's pretty much the same setup over and over and over and over again, no matter which time frame you're playing it. If you want to maybe just leave a few suggestions for me, and stuff that will make stuff easier for you, please comment and just like let me know. And if there's any issues with the recording, let me know. And yeah, like have a really good time at the moment. Market's running, so run with it. Treat, like and subscribe to the channel. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.